Like, do you have a backstory for the character? Like your thoughts, your ideas? Like, is
I
the
actually
character,
do. It's crazy.
Is it more like Jason? Is it more Joker? Is it like a good mixture? Like what in your mind?
It's a mixture of both. It's relatively the same story arc that you hear from Jason Todd. There's only a difference is that coming back from the Lazarus pit and the way how I see my story is that Jason Todd has his mentality or his mental thoughts altered. He's going to be hearing the laughs. He's going to see the silhouette of a smile.
Damn. That one gave me chills, bro. Hearing the laughs.
Yeah.
Like, I can picture it in his mind, like just Joker's just in his mind, basically.
Exactly.
You know Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Side Projekt Podcast. Yes! Let's take a sip from our Run It Up mug. It tastes so good. I need that today. Woke up today and my throat's bothering me just a little bit. I don't think I'm getting sick though. I think it's allergies. You know what I mean? But anyway, everything that you see rocking on the table, all these mugs, like the sip that I just took from the Run It Up mug, or anything you see me rocking, like the Projekt Gears hoodie. Look at that, with the Chazosaurus locusts on the right here. You can grab those right now on the Side Projekt merch store via sideprojectpodcast.com. Or like I said, you can get the mugs, like the Run It Up mugs, or the Projekt Park mugs, or the Projekt Things mugs. I think there's some other mugs up there. I think there is a Side Projekt logo mug up there if you just want to go simple with it. But like I said, we've got hoodies, we've got tees, we've got hats like the one that Chario wears all the time. Did I release the beanies? I think we put the beanies up there. I know we got shorts as well and some tanks, but it's still a little bit cold out there. It seems like it's cold all over the US right now. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world. I saw some people in the Bahamas hanging out. That must be nice. Actually, you know what? I'm lying because I enjoy the cold weather. I like wearing hoodies and things like that. I'm a different kind of beast, but I know a lot of people don't like the cold and they might want to be out there in the Bahamas. So if you're taking a trip to the Bahamas, you might want to get yourself some Side Projekt merch, the Side Projekt tanks. You can rock those right now in the Bahamas. So you're in the Bahamas and you're doing your thing, you're on the beach and you're rocking a Side Projekt tank. And then if you're a guy, all these girls come by and they're like, oh my God, you look so good. But what's really making you look amazing is this Side Projekt tank. I've never heard of it. What is that? And then you tell them it's one of the best podcasts in the entire world. And then we all get to have a good time together. SideProjectPodcast.com, Side Projekt merch, real quick. Also, before we get into the episode, if you're going to be at MEGACON this coming February, then I and my panelists would love it if you came by our panel. In case you may have not noticed, I will be at this year's MEGACON. So also, MEGACON Orlando, that is. Also, if you want to get some video in, hit me up. Let's schedule that. Let's get some awesome video. Let's get it going. But anyway, MEGACON Orlando, Friday, February 7th at 11 a.m. I will be hosting the third installment of the Cosplay Content Creation Panel, featuring an awesome panel stage of Bat Mateo, Jeff Jenkins Photography, Lisa Manciner H, Paper Moon Cosplay, and Marvel Comics colorist and Cosplay World founder, Jason Ray Keith. It's going to be an awesome time. Just amazing conversation surrounding all things cosplay content creation, obviously. And as of this recording, we haven't announced it yet, but so I'll wait until the announcement goes through to give any more details. But there's going to be a giant giveaway featured at the panel as well. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. Especially, I'll say this, especially if you're a cosplayer. So keep your eyes locked on Instagram for more information about that panel. It's Friday, February 7th, 11 a.m. at the Cosplay Headquarters Room, S230A, MEGACON Orlando. Be there or don't be and miss out on all the festivities and feel completely left out and less cool, obviously. You'll walk around MEGACON, you'll be like, oh God, I missed it. But anyway, let's get into the bread and the butter of this week's episode, because my guest this week is likely most notably known for his unique and amazing take on Red Hood with the Red Hood Who Laughs, taking the Who Laughs moniker often associated with the Batman Who Laughs and taking it to another level, providing the cosplay community with something fresh and different with tons of photos, some courtesy of the likes of SDM Studios, NY Cosplayer, Luis Rodriguez Lens with edits by the ever amazing Pixel Lens. Furthermore, I've gotten the chance to work with him as well, shooting an awesome short storyline and fight scene scenes with previous guest and Cosplay of the Week, Capture Realm, as well. I've also gotten the opportunity to shoot and compose music for his Raging Cajun, and that is his Gambit, a cosplay that takes it to another level yet again, in my opinion, even providing edits for that he does himself. He is a previous Cosplay of the Week here on the show, featured on Screen Rant multiple times, and from his Red Hood to his Red Hood Who Laughs to his Gambit and whatever's next. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and give a warm welcome to the Ancient God.
Yo, appreciate that. Woo!
How's it going? Oh, thank you, man. I'm stoked to finally have you here, dude. I'm stoked, man.
I'm stoked. My mind is blown to even realize I'm even on this, dude.
Oh man, dude, we're gonna have a good time, man. I'm stoked to talk. You have something that I just mentioned, obviously, that's unique. You know what I mean? I have yet to have seen. We're gonna get into the details of it, but I have yet to see any other cosplayer do it. Maybe there is one, and I'm sorry if I haven't seen it, but I've yet to see any other cosplayer do one. And I want to get into it. You ready? I want to dive right into it, dude.
I'm ready for this.
Let's do it, dude. The Red Hood Who Laughs, a unique take on the Red Hood character, and you brought it to life within cosplay. And just in case there's anybody that doesn't really know what we're talking about, I think everybody that tunes in this show probably knows, but maybe there's people out there that don't. The Batman Who Laughs is a first appearing 2017 character that depicts a hybrid villainous cross of Batman and the Joker, created by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, that lives within the Dark Multiverse saga and is a member of the Dark Knights. And there are others as well across this universe, and each member of the first 7 Dark Knights are a representation of Batman's worst fears and regrets, and each of the original Dark Knights correlates to a member of the Justice League, such as the Drowned, Aquaman, the Dawnbreaker, Green Lantern, the Merciless, Wonder Woman, and so on and so forth. But one that doesn't exist in the comic run, to my knowledge, is this iteration of Red Hood with the Red Hood Who Laughs. And dude, I love how you did this, bro. And I've always told you that. I love it. I got to shoot it.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's amazing, dude. And I would love even more of a bit of a rundown of your thought process. I do know that, like, in a caption on one of the photos that you have, it does state that, which I think it's pinned on your Instagram as well.
Yeah.
It does state that previous guest and Cosplay of the Week, Joey Red Hood 22, was an inspiration, even stating that, if I'm understanding correctly, it was actually Joey's vision. So, like, what's the deal on making your Red Hood Who Laughs come to life? Like, how did it all begin?
I believe it was back in at least 2021, early or mid. He brought up this idea. You know how Joey Red Hood always does crazy Red Hood variations, right?
Yeah.
There was at least one that was like, boom, brings up this crazy ass looking helmet. Mm-hmm. Looks like the Joker. And I was like, yo, what does he has in plan? Like, what's going on here?
Did he actually have the physical helmet?
Yes.
See, I don't know how I missed this, man.
He had a helmet. I think he showed it off first, and he's like showing it off, doing his thing, or just having it on.
Yeah.
But I know he showed it off, and I was like, yo, this looks sick. And I think he even did like a kind of like a behind the scene. He was like, yo, just to let you guys know, I have a sick idea for the chest plate, how we're going to make this look good, how it's going to like be down the future.
Yeah.
But I kind of lost track of it. Mm-hmm. And out of nowhere, hold up. Let me do this for a quick second.
Yeah, I see that. I have to do the same thing sometimes. I'm like, wait a minute, especially because I got all the helmets in the background, you know. So sometimes it wants to focus on the random helmets, and I'm like, come on, man,
wait up, look at me.
Exactly. So
again, I don't know how long it was, but I know it was like somewhere in July, mid of 2021. He did posted a video of it. Okay. Like he did this introduction of Heath Ledger's
Joker
of the like, if Gotham Batman has to remove his mask or Gotham will burn to right? Mm-hmm. He used that audio with what he had, and I was like, yo, that looks sick. Yeah, I was like, dude, he's gonna do some crazy ass stuff. Yeah. But down the line of the year, nothing happened. Okay. I think this was probably the beginning of 2022. I didn't see anything after, getting a little bit more towards the middle. Again, nothing. So I kind of messaged him. I was like, yo, like, what happened to that idea that you had? And if I'm correct, hopefully I'm correct, he's like, I ended up scrapping the idea. And I was like, wow. I was like, yo, what's up? Why? And he's like, I guess the feel for it wasn't the way he wanted it. Yeah. So he scrapped it. And I was like, what if I buy off some of the things off of you?
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, I would appreciate it, but I already got rid of it.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. I was like, damn it, I'm so late about it. I was like, damn it, all right, would it be all right if I could kind of like take up the idea?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, sure. He's like, dude, I would really appreciate the thought that this inspire you in some way to take it upon yourself to kind of do a twist of your own. I was like, yeah. So from then, I kind of started like gathering things. I ended up actually reaching out to the people who made his jacket, which is this one.
Nice, yeah.
So it's from Luca Jackets.
Luca Jackets, yeah.
They only provided one of one.
Oh, damn.
So he had one of one. And when I reached out to him, I was like, hey, man, I know you guys did a one-on-one jacket of your Red Hood jacket, but you guys did like a custom Joker scheme to it. Would it be possible if you could do another one for me?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, all right, cool, let's go ahead and do it. And obviously, like I said, I do Red Hood. So technically, this is a reused upper of my Red Hood. Because I ended up upgrading stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm going to have to get another base suit or compression shirt. Then I'm going to have to get an emblem. The emblem that I bought actually didn't arrive on time when I was trying to showcase all this. So I was like, dude, what am I going to do? I was like, wait, I have an old compression shirt with the emblem on. So this compression shirt, you could get it at supergeeks_designs.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay, I know them. Yeah.
And the emblem, not everyone's going to be able to obtain it because it's from Tigerstone FX.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So because of what happened, they're like, you can't get nothing from them unless you somehow get your hands on something. It's like the Holy Grail, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This was red, so I actually ended up using automotive green. So luckily the automotive green paint that it was transparent, so I just taped up everything and just started painting it over nice and easy.
When it comes to like the helmet, you know, since you're kind of talking, you got the jacket, Luca Jackets, you did all of that.
The helmet was like crazy hunt. Like
okay, so that wasn't like a helmet that you had before and you repainted or something. You got like
it was separate. So I do have mainly my helmets are from Dark Knight FX.
Okay, yeah.
If you're aware from him, he went MIA. A lot of people love him. A lot of people hate him because of the whole MIA.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate, but most of my helmets are from him. The design that Joey had, I was like, I like it.
Yeah.
So I ended up reaching out to the maker, ended up getting it, but when I got it, it was different.
Okay.
It wasn't the look or the vision I had. So I was like, okay, cool. This is another inspiration I'm going to use. Now I'm going to hunt down a helmet that's going to work for me. As I was hunting down helmets, not sure if you heard the YouTube channel called Bat in the Sun.
Yeah, definitely.
So, did you ever see the episode Red Hood versus Winter Soldier?
I feel like I did. Yeah, it rings a bell, but I can't think of it right now. Maybe if you say something, it'll pop up more.
Obviously, the fight was amazing. There behind the scenes actually breaks down every prop that they got, and they mention where they got the Red Hood helmet. Cosplay 3D, dude, his helmet is different from everyone else's. The LED is right there, right? But there's like a sliver of like an opening, so your own personal eye could see through.
Okay.
Yes. So it's like very small. Like you can't see it unless you want to see it.
Yeah.
Like you can be up and close, but dude, it's just crazy because like it's a game changer. I'm not gonna lie.
I bet.
As soon as I got that helmet, I told him, I was like, all right, he's like, you're going to want it red and black, just a red. I was like, I actually have everything black, but the faceplate, I want it white. How about the eyes, the LED lights? I was like, I want them green. Sanded it down.
Sick, man. Did you paint it yourself too, or no?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Damn, dude. Yep. Good job, dude.
Appreciate that, dude. I ain't going to lie. I was scared. I was scared because it was just like, you go in or you mess up.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to lie. The paint bubbled up on me.
Oh, no, times. Man.
Yeah, like the back plate. So the crazy part, this helmet, it comes apart.
Yeah. The back piece comes up. Is it the whole thing, or is it just a piece? Okay, there we go.
So check this out. This whole panel, front plate, side plate, the back plate, it comes apart. They're all held up with screws.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Even the ear cups, they're all held in screws.
Interesting.
So sanding was easy. Way easy. Imagine having the whole entire piece trying to sand it The look of the helmet that Joey had looks very similar to this. Did
Nice.
some changes, obviously. The black part of the eyes.
Oh, okay, like around the eyes
Yeah,
there?
yeah, like the smokiness.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was like, how am I gonna do the black part? I could do Heath Ledger's
Mhm.
splotch, or I
Right.
could go like regular triangular style.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
was like, I want to do something different. There's this photo, the Joker's face. It's animated. It's a Joker's
Mhm.
face. The smile is ha 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 in words,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah.
but the nose and the eyes, it's Batman's cape. It's a silhouette of
Oh.
Batman with his cape spread out
Dude,
as
that's
the eyes. So I was
sick.
like, huh, let me see. So I
Mhm.
literally printed it out, put up to see how I'm gonna want the proportion.
Mhm.
Cut it in half because weirdly, it's not symmetrical.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
asymmetrical. So one side
Yeah.
of the cape is different from the other one.
Yeah.
So I flipped it, mirrored it, trying to see which one I like the best.
Yeah.
So in reality, that is Batman's cape
That's
on the
sick,
helmet.
dude. Damn, that's
Yeah.
creative, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's creative. Nice touch on that, dude. That's cool.
Thank you, thank you.
Like taking that. I mean, shout out to Joey for the inspiration and everything, and then obviously like Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo for the Who Laughs type inspiration and creating all that. Like, and then taking something and kind of like molding it and making it your own and throwing it into like a cosplay and being able to rock it and wear it and go around and like what I mean at conventions. I've seen people come up to you and be like, "Yo, can I get a picture? Like, this is crazy." You know what I mean? Like I've
people
seen
who
it, dude.
know the DC universe and knows about the Batman Who Laughs and obviously the story arc of Jason Todd and the Joker.
Yeah.
They look at me and they're like, "Bro, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
a sick ass idea."
I remember last year at WonderCon, someone came up to you and said just that, like, "Dude, I never even thought of this before. That's crazy."
And people were like, "Why did they do this?
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Makes sense.
It
this
really
makes
does.
So much,
it makes perfect sense, dude.
They're like, this make. Yeah,
I don't know why they never did it. It's crazy.
I don't know either. I don't know why either. And I'm just like.
Speaking of that, dude, like storylines and having the character, like, I don't know why they never put it into the comics. Like, it's such a good one. And then everything that you're doing and kind of taking it, and then we made some stuff. It's like, what's the storyline for the character that you have, like, in your mind? Like, if you have one, like, if you've thought about it, a background,
dude,
because now that it's kind of like your thing, and then we've even shot some stuff with it, kind of elaborating on the character's background a little bit, kind of.
Even before we shot anything, I already had a whole story.
You had some stuff, because I know we've talked about it, and then Capture, of course, shot like his mini thing. If anybody's ever seen it, I'll probably put snippets of it on the screen or anything, but obviously go to Capture Realm stuff to see more of his, and then any of ours to see the fight scenes and everything that we shot. But like, do you have a backstory for the character? Like your thoughts, your ideas? Like, is
I
the
actually
character,
do. It's crazy.
Is it more like Jason? Is it more Joker? Is it like a good mixture? Like what in your mind?
It's a mixture of both. It's relatively the same story arc that you hear from Jason Todd.
Okay.
Exactly the same. Yeah. So, he rebels, tries to go after Joker. Joker, them.
Yeah.
He's brought back from the Lazarus pit. And when he comes back, he's a little mentally not okay.
Yeah.
But he's wanting revenge, starts trying to take territory from Black Mask.
Yeah.
That whole story arc is the same.
Okay.
There's only a difference is that coming back from the Lazarus pit, and the way how I see my story is that Jason Todd has his mentality or his mental thoughts altered from the Lazarus.
Okay.
So if you kind of put yourself in his shoes, the last thing he's kind of going to remember is being tortured.
Yeah,
being
exactly.
beat up. He's going to be hearing the laughs. He's going to see the silhouette of a smile.
Damn. That one gave me chills, bro. Hearing the laughs.
Yeah.
Like, I can picture it in his mind, like just Joker's just in his mind, basically.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So they said he was tortured for a year, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a whole year just hearing laughs, seeing a silhouette. Your eyes going to be banged up. You're not going to be fully seeing properly. So you're going to be hearing little things like the smile, the laughter, a silhouette of a color or something,
Yeah.
So, but after being Red Hood, taking over the territories or trying to go after Black Mask's property or whatever or not, it's the same story. Until let's say 3-4 years down the line, he's back with Batman. He's in the Bat family with Dick, Barbara, Tim, and Damian. There's something wrong. He knows something's weird. He sees himself in the reflection, but he sees someone else that it's not him. Standing in front of the mirror, and he sees the Red Hood who laughs. And the caption's like, I was brought back from the Lazarus pit, but there's something different. There's a voice. There's a laughter. I don't even know if I am the same person.
Sick. Yeah.
So as the years or months or days, whatever you want to say, he's hearing this voice. This voice that has a laughter, this eerie, psychotic voice. that ends up being his alter ego.
Yeah.
It's an alter ego that kind of shifts.
Sick, dude.
And in the
Hell
back
yeah.
of his head is just like, we got to do this, we got to
Yeah.
do that. And it's like he slowly starts falling into it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, coming back from Lazarus Pit, being acceptance from Batman and everyone else, he still can't have that full trust.
Right.
Because of what has happened to him.
Right.
So the only one he's going to trust is himself.
Yeah.
But having that second voice,
Yeah.
that's telling him, we got to do this.
Yeah.
We have to do that. This so-called innocence should be riddance. We gotta get rid of the people.
Yeah.
Like, forget about trying to save. Let's just cleanse Gotham from the evil.
That's sick, dude. That adds a whole like other aspect to it, a whole other like, because Jason Todd is already, Red Hood. Jason Todd is already a pretty like, in-depth character, a lot of levels to him. Everybody loves the character, not only just because he looks awesome, but like the story behind it, you know what I mean? And this adds just like another wrench thrown into like his storyline, you know what I mean? I would love if they like created this character in animation, dude. You know what I mean? Like the Red Hood who laughs.
But dude, like, I'm not even gonna lie. There's some people that like, this is a full-blown, finally me and you talking about what's going on in my head on this story. But there's some people who kind of get real close, because obviously you could kind of piece it together. You could kind of figure it out, like how it would happen. But there's some people who got real close to like what I have in my story in my head, and I'm just like, who told you? Like, how you get so close? Like, what?
Dude, I would love if they did this in animation, bro. Like, DC is phenomenal with their animation, man. It's like almost always a hit. Rarely a miss, in my opinion.
On it is beautiful.
Insane. Beautiful, dude. And like the Dark Knight's metal as a whole, like it's, I don't know why those characters haven't had like their own
proper animation movie. Yeah.
Like really in depth and like a really cool storyline via animation.
So, like, even if it was just a series or a movie arc, like how they did with Batman Justice all the way up to the Dark Justice.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
like,
the Justice League Dark War and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
How they had like 7 to 8 movies.
Right.
That was one giant storyline. Dude,
exactly.
I would have not mind.
I don't know why that hasn't been a thing all this time. Like it's so strange to me. And like they could even have, they could expand upon it if they wanted to too. Like take from what the comics are with the Dark Knight's metal thing, but then like maybe even add to it in animation and expand upon it and like have the Red Hood who laughs, or previous guest in Cosplay of the Week, Just Yelise. She also did a Catwoman iteration as well. Like the Catwoman who laughs. You know what I mean? Like
amazing.
They could expand on this, like whether it's animation or comics. I don't know why they haven't done it,
Oh, no,
and then just give you and Joey some royalty checks. You know what I mean?
Exactly, right? Cashing on it in.
Yeah, dude. But the Red Hood who laughs wasn't your first iteration of Jason Todd, the Jason Todd character. You've also got iterations of the more widely known, everybody knows, just Red Hood in general. And one of your first, as far as your Instagram goes, cosplay posts around like 2017, 2018 was Red Hood, and you still cosplay the character today. So, I mean, a two-part question, kind of like, what got you into cosplay? Like, how did your cosplay journey begin, and did it begin with Red Hood?
Okay, so the way how it started, and I'm pretty much starts with everyone else, Halloween.
Okay,
so, Halloween. You get to dress up, be your favorite character, try to go all out, or budget friendly, But you wanna be someone else that's not you.
Yeah.
So thankfully, if you could say, it's actually my mom's birthday.
Oh,
Halloween.
Wait, Halloween is your mom's birthday?
Halloween is my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
So we would always have like Halloween parties. We'll have a good time. So for the Halloween party or Halloween itself, I always wanted to go big.
Yeah.
Red Hood wasn't actually my first cosplay or suited up getup, if you will.
Yeah.
It was actually Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, kind of fitting for what ended up happening in the future.
Yeah, right? I had longer hair back in the day, and obviously the way how Heath Ledger portrayed Joker, is phenomenal.
Amazing. Yeah.
Dude, like, it's hands down.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do Joker.
Yeah.
So, obviously, back in the day, you're not going to have prom makers. You got to do everything on your own.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I got Party City. Sadly, it's already going down from what I'm doing. They're done. So, from at the time, I got a Party City Joker costume, got the face paint and the little prosthetic that you could put on your mouth. So you have
for the scars.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't have a photo of it. I swear I tried looking for it. Don't have it. How Red Hood came to be is, not gonna lie, I have a horrible memory. So I literally forgot about the Robins in general.
Yeah.
I knew my favorite character was Robin, but I forgot the aspect of Robins besides Dick Grayson. Like, I totally forgot about Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Until my brother was like, yo, have you seen this movie? I was like, what movie? He's like, it's a DC animated movie called Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that's where you were going. Yeah.
Refresh from watching that movie. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about Jason Todd. And so everything, the puzzle was starting to come back together. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be my next one. If
That's
I
sick.
ever do it.
Yeah.
And again, I was probably like, I don't know, 17, 18, going on to like early 20s. I didn't have a job that could provide me to get all the good stuff, you know? So I worked what I had. The one that you reference for the 2017, I actually have an earlier photo of my Red Hood, and it was back in 2014.
Oh, damn.
So 2014 was the first time I actually did Red Hood. And dude, it's hilarious how it looks, but it's a crazy upgrade
it's like a
from
starting
back
point. Yeah.
Yes, from that starting point to what my Red Hood is right now, dude, it's just crazy how much it changed.
You look back on it, you're like, damn, look at where I came from. You know what I mean?
Like dude, it's so funny because it was a jacket from Amazon that had the 2-piece hoodie. I removed that hoodie to make it red. I had a like army type of compression shirt. I had one of my good friends, best friend, paint. She used to do acrylic painting on design like jackets, backpacks. So when I was like, can you put this bat symbol? She's like, doesn't even look like a bat symbol. I was like, I know, just
do it.
Hear me. Yeah, I'm like, just hear me out. She's like, all right. So she painted it. And for the helmet, dude, like I got a regular airsoft mask.
Oh, and just made it into what you need.
So it was a skull red hood with it was a skull airsoft mask, painted it red, tried to do some details, and just throw it on. And it was dope, dude. I'm not gonna lie, at the time.
It kind of reminds me of like Spider-Man before he gets like his actual suits and he's just doing the homemade suits. You know what I mean?
Dude, like I kind of find it funny because like I'm not sure if it's on my page, but when I look at it, dude, the gloves weren't even like tactical gloves.
Yeah.
They were medical or tattoo black gloves.
Yeah.
So I'm just like cracking up on it, dude.
But Red Hood goes out there, like if this was real, goes out there, like gets shot, and he's like, okay, I gotta go back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't working.
I gotta add some bulletproof protection,
you know what I mean? Like,
get some carbon fiber or something.
Yeah, that's cool as hell though, man. To see like that, to hear that story, and then to see like look at your Red Hood photos, you know what I mean? And as we've been talking, I'm sure things have been thrown up on the screen, but you know, just to elaborate a little bit, like you know, looking at these shots that Caleb's taken of you. You know, there's a few that Caleb took.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, previous Cosplay of the Week guest and previous Projekt panelist as well at Cosplay World, Caleb Weeks. You know, took some photos of your Red Hood, and they look absolutely amazing. To hear like the story of like homemaking things to everything that it came to getting 3 Screen Rant articles, right? 3 of them.
3. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, you know what I mean? To see where it all came from.
The whole articles pop up. That's when I was like, okay, I'm doing something right.
Yeah,
like,
100%, man. Yeah. And you deserve it, dude. A cosplay like
appreciate that, dude.
The Red Hood who laughs, you know what I mean? Something that's unique and you don't see, you know, like that's amazing, dude. So to see like the beginning days to what it is now,
but
you know what I mean?
It's crazy because I never thought I would get here, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I'm just a nobody. I'm just another Red Hood cosplayer. That they're like, oh, here's another sheep following the, you know, he's just following in line.
Yeah,
to make a name.
I know what you mean.
But, dude.
I do want to talk with you a little bit more about a couple more things, and we're gonna do that. But before we do that, let's break up the monotony and let's get into this week's Cosplay of the Week. Oh. And this week's Cosplay of the Week is none other than Sean, the Batty Bro. And I'm throwing it up on the screen right about now. And it is his Batman Who Laughs. Very fitting for this week's episode and the things that we're talking about this week. And this photo is by, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's obviously going to be up on the screen as well, but I believe Raz Liu, maybe? I don't know. It's RAZLIEW, Raz Liu, maybe. I'm not quite sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments on Instagram. But this is your Batman Who Laughs, and it's absolutely amazing. It's phenomenal. By now, I feel like a lot of people know who the Batman Who Laughs is. If you don't, we're talking about it a lot on this week's episode. So tune into the full episode, and you can get some insight, a little bit of insight of the Batman Who Laughs, and a couple more things. This is phenomenal, dude. I love the way that it looks very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like if you just like zoom up on it, because I'm zooming up on it right now, like on the helmet, like it looks very, dare I say, because it's a whole different, company and universe and everything, but it looks very like symbiotic. I'll put it like that. You know what I mean? Like it looks like it's alive almost. You know what I mean? Like it looks amazing, dude. It's not just like a bat cowl, just a regular bat cowl. Like there's things happening with it. You know what I mean? And it looks phenomenal, dude. Down to the weapon that you've got, even the gloves with the white, and you could see all the belts on the waistline there, and just everything about it is phenomenal. A great shot, as perfect as well. I know Sean does a lot of edits of his own photos, which we'll talk about in a moment as well. So I don't know if you did the edit on this yourself, but if you did, kudos, because also amazing with making it look a little bit more like it's something that would exist in the dark night, universe there. It's just phenomenal, dude. It's absolutely phenomenal. I know Sean also makes a lot of his own cosplays too. So forgive me if I don't mention anything, or if there's no credits on the screen. I'm not quite sure exactly everything that you did. Sometimes you have credits in there, sometimes you don't on Instagram. So forgive me if I wasn't able to find everything. Do let us know in the comments. People will read the comments and be stoked to know what you made and what you didn't. And I'm gonna throw up another one. I'm throwing it up on the screen right about now. And it's another of his Batman Who Laughs, but this one is a little bit different, as you can tell. And this thing is insane. Like, while I'm talking about it, zoom up if you can. Or go to his Instagram and zoom up, and this is just insane. And then the credits say, I'll read the whole caption: original photography and edits by Razlio again, and then it says costume and edits by Sean the Batty Bro, The Darkest Night, Batman Who Laughs, Dark Knights, Death Metal. This is insane, dude. I mean, just absolutely just insane. He says the helmet is made with foam and clay foam and sculpted in the likeness of Oni, an original design and adaptation of The Darkest Night seen in the comics. Insane. I mean, just look at the helmet, you guys. Phenomenal. You know what I mean? All the way down, like with the hands with like the, dare I say, claws, or like, they're not necessarily claws, but you know what I mean? Like almost like
Kind of remind me of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I was going to say Freddy Krueger or like Scarecrow. You know what I mean? From like the Arkham games, right?
Yes.
And by the way, who you're seeing on the screen right now is guest this week, the Ancient God. And we're talking about, like I said, very fitting for this week's episode. If you tune into a full episode on YouTube, we're talking about his Red Hood Who Laughs. Like I said, very fitting for this episode. We're talking a little bit about Batman Who Laughs and a bunch of other things. His Red Hood as well, regular Red Hood, his Gambit, and a few other things that we're talking about on this week's episode. Full thing available on YouTube in case you didn't see it. But yeah, this is phenomenal. Like we said, like a Freddy Krueger vibe, like a Scarecrow vibe with the hands there, you know?
It reminds me of, like, I know it's his twist, but probably like an upgraded Batman Who Laughs, but in a weirdly way, if you know about like supernatural creatures, it looks like a ghoul or a wraith.
Yeah,
something
dude.
that you really don't want to find or go encounter at night.
Yes, 100%.
Like, dude, if I was walking down the streets and turned to my right in an alleyway and I see this, I'd be like, nope.
I'm gone. Yeah, dude.
Nope.
Insane. Like
GPS took me the wrong turn.
Yeah, dude. Phenomenal work, man. And I'm curious to know too, like if the eyes and the mouth are, I'm sure there's obviously some editing involved and whatnot, but I'm also curious, like if the eyes light up in real life or, physically, or if the mouth lights up at all, or if it's all just amazing. Edited. Yeah, because it's really phenomenal like either way.
It kind of looks symbiotic. It
looks
organic, dude. It looks
organic. There's the word. Yes.
Organic. Yeah.
Organic. Yeah. Dude,
amazing. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Texture.
Insane.
I kind of want to know how he did it. If it's all foam and clay, amazing.
That clay is probably helpful in giving it that organic look.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? Yeah.
To make it look organic with clay, damn, he must have some good skills because it looks amazing.
Insane. I want to throw up a last one here right before we get out of here, and I'm throwing it up on the screen right about now, and it is from Elden Ring, and I have to admit, I have not played Elden Ring.
You're missing out, man. You're missing out.
Have you played it? You played it? Okay, all right. So you maybe know a little bit more about this than I do. I know enough because, I don't know if I know enough. I use that term loosely, but I know of Elden Ring because I've seen stuff all the time. I've watched YouTube videos. My brother has played it as well, but I myself haven't played Elden Ring, so I am not as knowledgeable on this. So I do want to read some stuff. First of all, the photo is by Pigeon, or maybe Pigeon. I'm not quite sure. _ photography. It's PEEGION. Like I said, everything's up on the screen. And this is phenomenal. It's Yura. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, from Elden Ring. And he says, I'm skipping ahead here. Getting the perspective here to line up was incredibly difficult, but a worthy challenge to gauge how far I've come with Photoshop these past 2 years. So he did the edits himself. It's fitting that it also matches the first Euro composite I ever did, which will be available on his Instagram. Go check that out. And he also did a breakdown of the post on his Instagram as well. You can probably go find that. It's amazing. You know, for my last Euro edit of the year at the time that he posted this, something I wanted to do since I first made the costume, a composite of the Radon Festival, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
I literally started a whole new game just to take photos of Big Red, which is the big thing in the background. So insane. And this is like, I mean, what do you even say about this? This composite is phenomenal.
The colors, the blur in the background of Radon.
Exactly,
the main
dude.
focus on the character. Dude,
it's perfect. It's perfect.
This is like the type of quality that you could just have it as a poster or a movie advertisement.
Right. Yeah,
it's
dude.
That good of a quality.
It looks like something that would be used in promotional material for the game.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's insane, dude. It's absolutely amazing. Usually at the end of this segment, I always ask if the guest has anything that they'd like to add. But I mean, we pretty much talk together. We're running through this one, so I mean, that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? So this is phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not following Sean the Batty Bro, and that is Sean spelled SHAUN and Batty with 1 T on Instagram, please go do so right now, because Sean the Batty Bro, your Batman who laughs in Europe from Elden Ring Cosplay of the Week for me and the Ancient God is amazing. Phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. We are running on a little bit long here, and I know we do kind of have a hard out. We do have a schedule. You got somewhere to be, but I'll fix some things in editing, I'm sure, because I want to throw a little bit of a curveball at you, but I know you watch the show, so you might know what's coming up. But I want to get to a segment that I like to call Shotgun Questions. And what Shotgun Questions is a little bit more of a rapid fire segment that never really ends up being that rapid fire, and that's okay. That's kind of the ironicness of it. But it's just a series of like 3 to 4 questions depending on time. Nothing serious, all fun and games. Let's see how much fun we can have when I ask you. You have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. This could be a team comprised of superheroes or villains across Marvel, DC, or any other comic-based company. This could be a mix of gaming characters or any other forms of pop culture, basically whatever you want. You have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. Who are your 6?
For sure. Gotta have Batman.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
gotta have Batman. He's gonna know what's up. Prep time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got that prep time armor.
Yep.
If it's gonna be anime, I would say Saitama from One Punch.
Okay.
So whatever
Another
threat
powerful.
that is, whatever threat, he's gonna take it out with 1 punch.
Okay.
Let's see. Not sure if you have seen it yet, but there's a new anime called Solo Leveling.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's very good of a watch. I would say Sung Jin Woo.
Okay.
This is a guy who could literally summon armies of shadows.
Oh, that's perfect.
Whatever it may be, it's gonna be more than just 6 people now.
Exactly. Hey, good call. Yep. Yeah, that's a good one.
In case we need a speedster to come back time, we'll get Flash.
Okay, Flash.
We need another powerhouse. We'll just get Kratos.
Okay, nice. Damn. Okay, and then last one, rounding it out.
Last one. Let's see. Just for giggles, we'll throw in Godzilla.
Nice, dude. That's crazy.
Just for giggles, let's throw in Godzilla.
Nobody's ever chosen like a kaiju before. You know what I mean? No one's ever chosen Godzilla, dude. That's cool as hell. All right, next question. Out of these Batmen, you've got Keaton, Bale, Affleck, Pattinson. You can only choose one, and the rest and their universe cease to exist. Who do you pick?
I'll say Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, okay. Yeah. Can't go wrong with the Dark Knight himself. Yep. Love it, man. If you could time travel, last question. If you could time travel to any time period, any era, where would you go and why? And you can have up to 3 different choices.
Well, for one, I'll probably go back to the medieval times.
Medieval times? I feel like, it's like every guy.
It is. I must have a sword in my hand.
Exactly. It's like in our DNA, dude, from like ancient times. You know
yes. Must have a sword.
Exactly.
Not only that, I would also go back in time to see how the pyramids.
Oh, me too, dude.
I want to see how the pyramids are made,
man. I need to know. Just let me know, and I can move on. You know what I mean? Like I need to find out. I need an answer.
I need to know how this humongous brick of a structure was moved once, but yet not once, a million times to make a triangular.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I need to know. I need to just find out. Someone just tell me the truth. You know, because
like,
so
we
far
already know,
nothing makes sense to me.
Well, eventually maybe, because apparently now we got aliens who live under the ocean.
Exactly.
So if you're gonna tell us aliens are under the ocean, might as well just tell us how the pyramids. Just come on.
Yeah.
Don't
I
be
feel like
shy.
I feel like just it's time where it's 2025. Just let all the information out. You know what I mean? Like
nothing
I feel like
will
people
surprise us.
Yeah, we're so desensitized to everything these days. I think if you just let people know, if they know, we would just be like, okay, cool, thank you. Finally, the debate is over. You know what I mean?
Right? It's like now we can move on.
Yeah, exactly. Now we know. Thank you. Let's move forward.
Let's see. One more. I wouldn't mind going to the future. Yeah. But the thing about the future is it's never the future. It's always becoming the present. So if you're going to go to the future, it's got to be years.
You got to go.
You got to go. Yeah. Like, we could think 2 years time of future, or 3 or 5, but eventually we'll get there. But if you want to do future, you got to jump like 100.
Yeah. Awesome picks, man. I love it. That was shocking questions. Let's keep it moving, man. One of the other cosplays that you have that is a personal favorite of mine is one that I got the opportunity to shoot myself and compose music for, and we just released it not long ago, and that was your Gambit. And I told you before that I think you make a great Gambit, dude. You have the ability to like play around with the cards too in person. You know what I mean? So like that made for great filming with the filming that we did. But something that I like that you've also done with your Gambit too is like the edits that you've done that you've actually done yourself. You do editing as well. The photos are by is it Susie? Is it pronounced Susie? Close up shot with the eye that catches your eye instantly, and the card that also catches your eye. Beautiful shot, dope edit. And then you have like a more panned out version with the card has like the effects on it, the all black background, sitting, chilling, staff across your lap, like just greatly done, dude. And then something that you've done that's different too is the edit with the skull, that iteration as well, and the cards all flying about, dude. I mean, I love it, man. And with being a little bit more of a DC centric cosplayer thus far, like what made you want to head into Marvel? Was it Gambit himself? I mean, I guess it kind of was because you kind of landed on Gambit, but I guess what I mean by that, like, what was it Gambit that you were always looking to do? Like, were there any other Marvel characters that ran through your mind, And then when it came to Gambit, was it the comics that were inspiration? Was it the Channing Tatum appearance that like really kickstarted a little bit more for you? Like, why Gambit?
Originally, it wasn't Gambit.
Okay.
So again, bringing up Gotham Batsy, there was a moment that we were communicating. We're like, "Yo, we gotta change it up." I was like, "Change up in what way?" He's like, let's do Marvel."
Nice.
I was like, all right, let's.
Yeah.
In top of my head, I was like, I want to do Wolverine.
Right. I feel like that's also a lot of guys like first choices. They're like, all right, I want to do Wolverine. Yeah.
But he called it first because he's like, I already got the cow. I already got the claws. So I want to do Wolverine. Yeah. And mind you, this was even before the movie Deadpool 3 even came out.
Okay.
So this was like a year before we were talking about it. And I was just like going down Marvel characters. And I was like, let's try to stick with X-Men. I'm like, what's my second favorite? And I was like, Gambit.
Yeah.
I'll do Gambit. Yeah. And Bats was like, I could totally see you do Gambit. The way how it looks now was going to be a whole complete different look. I couldn't get it the way I wanted to. So I had to kind of be a little budget friendly.
Okay.
So the majority of his outfit is actually reused from my Red Hood.
Oh, bro, you can't even tell. In my opinion, you can't. And I shot it as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
I didn't know.
The knee pads, the pants itself, and the undershirt is my Red Hood stuff.
Oh, nice. Dude.
The chest armor is from Smart Choices GR.
Okay.
I messaged him and I was like, hey, can you do me a solid and try to print this? It's Arkham, Batman Arkham Knight's chest armor. Dude, and nice. It's a one piece technically, but I told him, can you slice it individually so it can be more flexible? He's like, yeah, I could do that. So I got it in, I painted it myself, I did all the touch-ups. Since it is a Arkham Knight Batman, you see the silhouette of Batman in it embedded to the armor. So I had to like fill it up, sand it down and whatnot.
Yeah.
The rest of it, such as the belt, was from my buddy who you've done work is the
Aerial Avenger.
The Aerial Avenger.
Yeah, I thought so.
He printed that out. Yeah, he printed it out for me. The staff is from Etsy. Don't remember. The card that you see of me sitting down, that card glowing, is also from Etsy.
Nice.
The cowl is from Jay Curtis.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Jay Curtis. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, amazing guy.
Phenomenal.
He took step by step with me how to fit it. on me, because when I threw it on, it's a one piece.
Yeah.
The neck part was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But the actual front of the forehead crown thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It was protruding. It was protruding on me.
I was gonna say it was like floppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so I was like, yo,
yeah,
we got a problem.
Yeah.
So shout outs to him for taking the time how to cut it, get it to my proper face structure. So shout out to him on that.
Yeah. Sick, dude. It's so perfectly done, bro. And it's crazy. Like, it wasn't your first pick because, I told you, Gotham Bat told you, like, you make a great Gambit, bro. Like, really who'd have even thought? You know what I mean? Just
dude, and it's crazy because I had to grow out my hair for it. I was
that is true.
I was like, they were like, "Are you gonna do a wig?" I was like, "No."
Yeah.
Like, I've worn wigs for cosplay, and you're not gonna see it on my page on my Instagram because I've never put them up. But I've done wigs, and man, they're very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
very uncomfortable. So I was like,
they itch.
Yes. So I was like, I'm gonna grow out my hair.
I wish I could grow. Like, I have some cosplays that I want to do, and it would require me to kind of grow my hair out a little bit. But my hair is so thick that when I grow it out, it almost just kind of grows like an afro. Like, I hate it, dude. Like, I mean, I guess some people would love that. You know what I mean? Like, thick hair and whatnot. But like, for like cosplay purposes, like combing it and stuff like that, my hair just doesn't cooperate with me like that.
My
you know
hair
I mean?
is like a wavy, straight structure, pattern, whatever you want to say. The follicles on it. Sometimes I gotta fight it, dude. Sometimes I even say it got a mind of its own, dude. Like, I want to comb it one way, and it's like, no, we're going the other direction. It's like, all right, we'll go this way instead.
Yeah, that's why I always just keep my hair kind of short, because it just grows, and it kind of grows like afro-y like, and I'm just like, this sucks. Like, I can't do anything with this. You know what I mean?
We'll just fix it, just buzz it off.
I can't do anything with this, man. But yeah, no, you make a great Gambit, dude. Like, when it comes to, it's kind of on par. Like, my next question with the fact that the way that you went about choosing Gambit, kind of like you wanted to do Wolverine, but you were cool enough, and you're like, all right, well, he's doing Wolverine, so I'll go with something else. I'll still kind of stick with X-Men. What's a character that I also still like, that wasn't technically my first choice, but ended up being a great choice in my opinion because you pull it off flawlessly. Like, how do you go about picking characters? Like, for cosplay for yourself, like in general, like what do you look for? Because I'm sure you've also had like other ideas and maybe things that you're executing or haven't executed yet, or like I said, just ideas. Like, is it characters that you've grown up with? Is it characters that you felt a connection to? Or is it just like the badassery of a character like Red Hood, and you just want to like throw it on and feel that badassness that he feels? Like, what attracts you to a character that makes you say like, I'm going to cosplay that character?
It's a combination of all three, I would say. Like, I want to be, if I was going to do a cosplay, I got to have some type of connection. I also have to know the character, because I want to portray or cosplay a character. I have no clue. And then let's say
somebody asks you something.
I'm like, I just saw it.
I don't know, man.
I just found it. It looked cool. I just wanted to give it a shot.
One day, and I was like, that's cool.
Like, I gotta at least know somewhat of a background behind them. The badassery, like you said. Like, it has to be like all combination of three, man.
That's cool as hell, though. Yeah, I mean, all the characters that you've chosen, like, they kind of fit your character too. Like, and I don't know, like, I see you as like a Red Hood. You know what I mean? Like, I see you as a Jason Todd. Like, you fit the character. You know what I mean?
And it's just almost fitting because that is my name, Jason.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And that's the funniest part is that, like, I have gone to conventions, and some conventions will have your name on it.
Right.
And they'd be like, oh, it's cool. You put Jason Todd's name. I get it. I was like, it's actually my name.
That's actually my name.
And the funniest story is when I met the Aerial Avenger, when we first met up, first time to do some photo shoots.
Yeah.
That day, I was running late. So it was him and already Gotham Batsy suited up. So I get there, half suited.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, man, nice to meet you. Thanks for reaching out to me to join you guys on this photo show. I was like, yeah, no problem. He's like, my name is Thomas.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, nice to meet you. My name is Jason. And he kind of looks at me. He's like, oh, so we're using our alias names. I was like, no, it's actually my real name. Yes. Just like that.
Exactly. That's hilarious, dude.
So he's like, oh, we're using our alias. I was like, no, that's actually my real name. He's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, that is.
So it's like almost a perfect fitting that me being Red Hood as Jason Todd.
That's cool as hell, dude, man. We are gonna get ready to wrap up, bro. But before we do, I want to ask you kind of like, what's the future for cosplay look like for you? You know what I mean? Like, I know you plan to do more with the Red Hood Who Laughs, of course, photos and video wise. I'm sure because I mean, we've also talked about stuff as well. But Gambit, like I said, you don't have too many photos of Gambit right now, but I'm hopeful that you'll have more stuff in the future. Are there any other X-Men? You mentioned wanting to do Wolverine one day. Is that ever gonna end up happening?
Maybe.
Or any other Marvel characters you got on your mind too, you know what I mean? Like that you've thought of, or any other DC that you want to do outside of Red Hood, or maybe even gaming, bro. You know what I mean? Like I got something that I think you would make a great a cosplay for, within gaming. Like what's the future look like for you within cosplay? Like what are your thoughts?
So there is more of Gambit. Nice. I have ideas what to do with Gambit. Yeah, there is definitely more coming up with the Red Hood Who Laughs.
Yeah,
I'm doing a whole story arc with it.
Hell yes, love it.
So I'm not sure if you've seen, but on my story there is the reels. There's already 2 videos of Red Hood Who Laughs. I'm making a 3rd one. It's the final act of, if you will, the Red Hood Who Laughs.
Nice. Okay.
But after that's done, I'm doing the whole backstory, how everything happened.
Okay, so, hell yeah.
I'm busting out Robin.
Oh, nice, dude. You're gonna really bring it all.
Yes.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
So after I do the 3rd act of the Red Hood Who Laughs, I'm starting all over to do Robin. I'm gonna be doing the death of Robin.
Nice, dude.
After that, I'm gonna do the next segment will be the Red Hood Who Laughs awakening when he does the transition.
Yeah.
And the final act on that one will be the Joker's end when I end the Joker of my world. So I can be the new Clown Prince of Gotham.
That's sick, dude. I love these storylines that we're all like creating within our cosplay.
Yeah.
Like I love it, dude. Like more of us are doing it over time. You know what I mean? I dig it, dude. I dig it, man.
So I'm stoked to do Robin. I'm actually stoked.
That's going to be sick, bro. I can't wait for that, man. That's going to be awesome, dude. I always thought the first time I ever saw you, and whether you're a fan or not, this is just my personal opinion. I always thought like, oh man, he'd make a great Snake from like Metal Gear Solid. You know what I mean? Like you have the look like with the beard and everything and like the hair, like I picture like the bandana, on the head and everything. And like you got the gun and you're like going around a corner or something.
You're going to pop in with a box.
yeah, dude, exactly.
Find me at conventions in boxes.
Yeah, exactly, dude. God, that'd be sick, man. But yeah, I don't know why that for some reason, the first time I ever saw you with the helmet off and everything, I was like, I don't know why, but right instantly I was like, yo, he'd make a great Snake. I just, for some reason that popped in my mind.
Eventually I want to, because you technically already did it with your Ezio.
Yes,
I want to do Valhalla.
Please do, bro. Yeah, that'd be sick, man. That would be sick. Please do, dude. We could all get together and do like a Assassin's Creed shoot at a con one day when we're all at the same one,
I want to do it one day. And another one that I want to do is John Constantine.
Oh, dude, yes. Yes, me too. Me too, by the way.
Dude,
yeah, dude.
Like he's another favorite character of mine in the DC.
Yeah. So. How would you do it with like the blonde hair, or would you do like the dark hair one? Because I have the same thing. That's one that I always want to do, and I'm like, I don't know what I would do.
Somewhere in between.
Yeah,
I'll probably like lighten up my hair because I know I have very dark hair.
Yeah, same with me. Yeah.
I'll figure that part out.
One. That one always intrigued me to do as well, because it's like I feel like I could do such cool edits. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like with the magic and everything.
Exactly,
like,
the summoning.
Dude. Yeah, exactly.
Demonic entities behind you.
100%. I'm like, dude, these would be such cool edits. Yeah, dude. You know what I mean? Like, have Dead awesome, Man floating in the back or something. You know what I mean? Like, dude.
Dead Man, Zatanna, bust out the Justice League Dark.
Exactly, dude. I'm like, there's not enough Justice League Dark going around in the cosplay community. You know what I mean? Like, I've always thought of that, but I've always thought, like, what would I do? Same thing for me. Like, I got my beard that I don't want to shave. I've got such dark hair. Like, do I do my own kind of version? Do I do like a mixture, like of the Keanu Reeves version? You know what I mean? Like, what do I do? You know? So I thought about the same thing, but you would make a great Constantine as well. That would be sick, dude, with the edits and everything too. Well, this has been awesome, bro. I'm so stoked that we finally got the chance to have you here on the show and to talk with you and get insight on the Red Hood Who Laughs. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of people that have also, like, when I've shot stuff, questioned me like, so like, what exactly is that? I'm like, just wait. You know, eventually I'm gonna have him on the show and we'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
I'm just glad that I was even express if I need to open it up, you know? Because there's moments that people who have asked and I don't have the full opportunity to explain it all behind the stories or whatnot. But dude, it's really appreciate it. You got me in here.
Of course, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following Jason, please go do so at The Ancient God, DA_Ancient God on Instagram for all of his amazing stuff, because it's absolutely phenomenal. Dude, I thank you for being here. It's been absolutely awesome. It's been a great time. And to everybody tuning in, I thank you for watching, for liking, for commenting, for sharing, for doing all of those beautiful things that you do over on youtube.com/Side Project Podcast. When you go down, you hit that big red subscribe button. And when you do, go and you get 100 sexy Projekt points. Thank you for watching and listening on Spotify, as videos are available on Spotify as well. And you follow and you rate, you do all those things you do on Spotify. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram at IGHatesChazzy. That is my personal. And if you're looking for the podcast as a whole, you can find it on Instagram at Side Project Podcast. Remember, that's Project with a K. Side Project merch available on sideprojectpodcast.com. For me, for the Ancient God, we are out of here.